I know you. I want to play a game. I'll give you a demonstration of what happens if you lose. The device you are wearing is hooked into your upper and lower jaws. When the timer in the back goes off, your mouth will be ripped permanently open. Think of it like a reverse bear trap. I'll show you. There is only one key to open the device. It is in the stomach of your dead cellmate. Look around, David. Know that I'm not lying. Live or die. Make your choice. Congratulations, David. You are still alive. Most people are so ungrateful to be alive. But not you. Not anymore.
Rise and shine, Adam. You're probably wondering where you are. I'll tell you where you might be. You might be in the room that you die in. Up until now, you've simply sat in the shadows, watching others live out their lives. But what do lawyers see when they look into the mirror? Now I see you as a strange mix of someone angry, yet apathetic, but mostly just pathetic. So are you going to watch yourself die today, Adam? Or do something about it? Dr. Gordon, this is your wake-up call. Every day of your working life, you have given people the news that they're going to die soon. Now you will be the cause of death. Your aim in this game is to kill Adam. You have until 6 on the clock to do it. There's a man in the room with you. When there's that much poison in your blood, the only thing left to do is shoot yourself. There are ways to win this, hidden all around you. Just remember, X marks the spot for the treasure. If you do not kill Adam by 6, then Allison and Diana will die, Dr. Gordon. And I'll leave you in this room to rot. Let the game begin. And Allison and Diana will die, Dr. Gordon. And I'll leave you in this room to rot. Let the game begin. Let the game begin. Hello, Paul. You are a perfectly healthy, sane, middle-class male. Yet last month, you ran a straight razor across your wrist. Did you cut yourself because you truly wanted to die, or did you just want some attention? Tonight, you'll show me. The irony is that if you want to die, you just have to stay where you are. But if you want to live, you'll have to cut yourself again. Find the path through the razor wire to the door. But hurry. At 3 o'clock, that door will lock, and then this room becomes your tomb. How much blood will you shed to stay alive, Paul? Hello, Mark. If you're so sick, then why do I have so many photos of you up and about? Let's put your so-called illness to the test. Right now, There's a slow-acting poison in your veins. The antidote is inside the safe. The combination to the safe is written on the wall. Hurry up and program it in, but watch your step. By the way, that's a flammable substance smeared on your body. So I would be careful with that candle, if I were you, or all the people you've burned with your act. Just might have their revenge. Hello, Amanda. You don't know me, but I know you. I want to play a game. Here's what happens if you lose. The device you're wearing is hooked into your upper and lower jaws. When the timer in the back goes off, your mouth will be permanently ripped open. Think of it like a reverse bear trap. Here, I'll show you. There is only one key to open the device. It's in the stomach of your dead cellmate. Look around, Amanda. Know that I'm not lying. You better hurry up. Live or die. Make your choice. Congratulations. You are still alive. Most people are so ungrateful to be alive. But not you. Not anymore. Hello, Amanda. You don't know me, but I know you. I want to play a game. Here's what happens if you lose. There's a timer at the back of the device you're wearing. When the timer goes off,
Yeah, I'll put you guys down there.
think of it like a reverse bear trap. I'll show you. There is only one key to open the device. It's in the stomach of your dead cellmate. It's in the stomach of your dead cellmate. Look around. Look around, Amanda. Know that I'm not lying. You better hurry up. The cigarettes are harmless, I promise. Smoking is only poisonous when it ends in bloodshed. Think about this. You don't need a gun to kill Adam. Hello, Mr. Hindle. Or as they called you around the hospital, Zap. I want you to make a choice. There's a slow-acting poison coursing through your system, which only I have the antidote for.
Will you murder a mother and her child to save yourself? Listen carefully, if you will. There are rules.
Hello, Michael. I want to play a game. So far, in what could loosely be called your life, you've made a living watching others. Society would call you an informant, a rat, a snitch. I call you unworthy of the body you possess, of the life that you've been given. Now we will see if you are willing to look inward rather than outward, to give up the one thing you rely on in order to go on living. The device around your neck is a death mask. The mask is on a spring timer. If you do not locate the key in time, the mask will close. Think of it like a Venus flytrap. What you are looking at right now is your own body, not more than 2 hours ago. Don't worry, you're sound asleep and can't feel a thing. Taking into account that you are at a great disadvantage here, I am going to give you a hint as to where I've hidden the key, so listen carefully. The hint is this. It It's right before your eyes. How much blood will you shed to stay alive, Michael? Live or die? Make your choice.
Fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you?
Hello, Michael. I want to play a game. So far, in what could loosely be called your life, you've made a living watching others. Greetings, and welcome. I trust that you are all wondering where you are. I can assure you that while your location is not important, what these walls offer for you is important. Salvation. If you earn it, 3 hours from now, the door to this house will open. Unfortunately, you only have 2 hours to live. Right now, you are breathing in a deadly nerve agent. You've been breathing it since you arrived here. Those of you familiar with the Tokyo subway attacks will know its devastating effects on the human body. The only way to overcome it and walk out that door is to find an antidote. Several are hidden around this house. One is inside the safe in front of you. You all possess the combination to the safe. Think hard. The numbers are in the back of your mind. The clue to their order can be found over the rainbow. Once you realize what you all have in common, you will gain a better understanding of why you're here. X marks the spot for that clue, so look carefully. Let the game begin. Hello, Bobby. I want to play a game. For years, you have burned those around you with your lies, cons, and deceits. Now you'll have a chance to redeem yourself for the games you've played with others by playing one of mine. Inside the device in front of you are 2 antidotes for the poison coursing through your veins. One is my gift to you for helping me kidnap the others. The second is yours to donate. However, one of them will come with a price. Remember, Orby, once you are in hell, only the devil can help you out. Hello, Xavier. I want to play a game. The game I want to play is very similar to the one that you've been playing as a drug dealer. The game of offering hope to the desperate for a price. I think we can agree that your situation is desperate. So I offer you hope. The price you pay is that you must crawl into the same pit of squalor you force your customers into. By entering this room, a timer has been started. When the timer expires, the door in front of you will be locked forever.
Guys.
Only in finding the
Guys.
key
What?
before the timer runs out can you unlock it and retrieve the antidote inside. I will give you just one hint as to where that key is. It will be like finding a needle in a haystack. Let the game begin.
Hello, Eric. You probably don't even remember me, but you changed my life once. You sent me to prison. I was guilty of a lot of things, but not the drug charge you framed me for. You wouldn't know the things you lose when you're locked away. The second time somebody changed my life, I was guilty, but my life was saved that day. I found myself a father, a leader, a teacher. What is the cure for cancer, Eric? The cure for death itself? The answer is immortality. By creating a legacy, by living a life worth remembering, you become immortal. So now we find the tables are turned. It is I who will carry on John's work after he dies. And you are my first test subject. Now you are locked away, helpless and alone.
Hello, Troy. I want to play a game. This game will take place in a room not much bigger than the room you've spent most of your life in. A prison cell. Despite all of the advantages and privileges that you were given at birth, you have returned to prison again and again. More comfortable in chains than you are in freedom. Tonight, we will see how far you are willing to go to break those chains once and for all. Live or die, Troy. Make your choice. Hello, Troy. I want to play a game. Live or die, Troy. Make your choice. Hello, Carrie. I want to play a game. Up until now, you have spent your life among the dead, piecing together their final moments. You're good at this because you, like them, are also dead. Dead on the inside. You identify more with a cold corpse than you do with a living human. I believe you want to join your true family. Indeed, your only family. In death. The device you are wearing is hooked into your ribcage, and by the time this tape is finished, you will have 1 minute to find a way out. At the end of that minute, you should know better than anyone what happens then. There is a single key that will unlock the harness, Carrie. It is right in front of you. All you have to do is reach in and take it. But do it quickly. The acid will dissolve the key in a matter of seconds. Make your choice. Hello, Jeff. Over the past few years, you have become a shell of your former self, consumed with hatred and vengeance. Vengeance against the drunk driver who killed your only son. Vengeance against the killer who, to your surprise and dismay, was set free after a hasty trial. Today, however, it is you who will be put on trial. To escape from where you are, you will have to face a series of tests. You will have to suffer to move forward through each of them. But with each one, you will also have a chance to forgive. When you complete the tests, I promise you, you will finally come face to face with the man responsible for the loss of your child. That will be your ultimate test. Can you forgive him? You better hurry, though. In 2 hours, the doors will lock, and this place will become your tomb. This is what you've been waiting for, Jeff. Let the game begin. Welcome to your first test, Jeff. For the past 3 years, you've cursed the name of all those you thought were responsible for the death of your son. You fantasize those accountable will pay. Well, you will find a woman in front of you, chained in place. This will prevent her from running, much like she did on the day your son was hit. Her name is Danica Scott. She was the only witness present at the scene of your son's untimely demise. If not for her own self-absorption and cowardice, she could have brought your son's killer to justice. Now it is you who has a chance to bring her to justice. You alone can grant her the gift of life before she freezes to death. Behind the pipes along the back wall, you will find a key that will free her and bring you one step closer to the man responsible for the loss of your child. Will you claim the key to save only yourself?
Help me!
Or can you find it within you to save another? Make your choice. Jeff, when the judge presiding over your case sentenced your boy's murderer so lightly, your soul never recovered. Now you have the power to sentence his soul straight to hell. Or you can forgive. The key that will free him is hidden inside your son's possessions. Possessions you have clung to for far too long. Now if you flip the switch on the incinerator underneath you, a fire will cleanse you of this obsession and destroy them all, leaving only the key remaining. It is also the key that will bring you closer to the man accountable for taking your child. He doesn't have much time, Jeff. Let the game begin.
Please get me out of here, please!
Hello, Jeff. If you are listening to this, that means that the confrontation you so long dreamed of is finally unfolding. In your head, he is a cipher, a symbol of your life changing, a symbol of death. I present him to you now as a simple human being. His name is Timothy Young. He's 27 years old, a medical student, with a mother and a father just like you. A man whose life also changed the day your son died. You believed he didn't pay for that mistake, and now is your chance to make him pay. The device Timothy is strapped to is my personal favorite. I call it the rack. The human body is a miraculous creation. Ever wonder how far the arm can twist? This device is going to start twisting. There is a chance he might live, though, with your help. To your right is a box. At the back of the box is a key. It's tied to the trigger of a shotgun. The question you have to ask yourself is this: are you willing to take a bullet for the man who killed your son? Does do unto others as you would have them do unto you apply here, Jeff? Make your choice. Hello, Jeff. I made this tape as an insurance policy, if you will. And if you're listening to it, then it's time to collect. I was your final test of forgiveness, and if you are listening to this, then you failed. Now you must pay the price. The price for living for nothing but vengeance. Now I will give you something to live for. I told you that you couldn't kill me, Jeff. But I didn't tell you why. And the answer is simple. I am the person responsible for the loss of your child. I am the only person who knows where your daughter is. She only has a limited supply of air, Jeff. And if you want to get her back, you'll have to play a game. Are you there, detective? If so, you are probably the last man standing. Now perhaps you will succeed where the others have failed. You think you will walk away untested. I promise that my work will continue. You think it's over just because I'm dead? It's not over. The games have just begun. Hello, Officer Rigg. Welcome to your rebirth. For years you've stood by and witnessed as your colleagues have fallen. You have remained untouched, while Eric Matthews has disappeared. But with your survival came your obsession. Obsession to stop those around you from making the wrong choices, thus preventing you from making the right ones. You wanted to save everyone. Tonight, I give you the opportunity to face your obsession. Look closely. Eric Matthews is still alive. The block of ice he stands upon is melting. He has but 90 minutes to save himself. Detective Hoffman's fate is linked to Eric's survival. Heed my warning, Officer Rigg. Their lives hang in the balance of your obsession. Will you learn how to let go and truly save them? The choice is yours. Officer Rigg, your first test. The person in front of you is in desperate need of help, but it is not your job to save them. You view this person as a victim, but if you were to see what I see, Beneath the mask lies a criminal undeserving of the life she leads. Your obsession tells you to save the victim. I tell you to walk away. The choice is yours. Hello, Brenda. I want to play a game. An officer will try to save you. If he is successful, then your game begins. This man will use these photos to sentence you for your crimes. And the only way to stop him is taped underneath the TV. Let him save your life and accept your fate to rot in prison. Or kill him and guarantee your freedom. Make your choice. Hello, Officer Rigg. In order for you to fully understand my way, you must feel what I feel. The photo before you is of a man in desperate need of help. In the next room are the tools to his salvation. His life is in your hands. But in the end, only he can save himself. Be careful. There are cameras watching. And you must hide your identity. Make your choice. If you are playing this tape, then you are one step closer to truly understanding how to save a life. As an officer of the law, you find yourself torn.
Who is that? Shut
Is the man before you a victim or a perpetrator of violence?
You sick fuck.
His salvation is out of your hands. It is your choice if you wish to put it into his own. Once this lesson is learned, you will find yourself one step closer to truly saving Eric Matthews. Without you, this man's game cannot begin. Force him into position to face his demons. And let him make the decision. Hello, Ivan. As a voyeur, you've kept photos of those you have victimized. Can you see the pain you have brought them? You have torn apart their lives. You have used your body as an instrument of abuse. Now I give you the chance to decide what is more important. Your eyes, which have led you blindly astray, or your body, which has caused those around you endless suffering. You have been handed the tools which can save your life. Decide quickly, though. In 60 seconds, the choice will be made for you. The human body is a fascinating organism. It can withstand the most brutal injury and yet repair itself miraculously. But you know this all too well. How many broken bones have you suffered at the hands of your husband? How many flesh wounds have you endured? With time, the bruises have healed, but your pain has not. Today, I empower you to take control of your life. Can you disconnect from the one thing that has brought you and others so much pain? With time, your wounds will heal. His, however, will not. Remove the ties that bind, or bleed to death from your inactivity. The choice is yours. Hello, Officer Rigg. What have you learned thus far? Experience is a harsh teacher. First comes the test. Second comes the lesson. If you are to save as I save, then you will see that the person before you is but a student. So I ask you, Officer Rigg, has the pupil learned her lesson? Has she been taught the error of her ways? Does she now view the world differently? Officer Rigg, the key to this person's freedom lies in the palm of your hand. But only after she has done her own part can you play your role in her salvation. Once judgment has been made, though, the key to finding your next destination is just off the map. Hello, Agent Perez, and welcome to the world that you have long studied. Your partner, Agent Strahl, will soon take the life of an innocent man. Heed my warning, Agent Perez. Your next move is critical.
What is
is that?
I want to play a game. Your life is a lie. Now comes your moment of truth. As a drug user and a hustler, you've played roulette with other people's lives. Today, you play with your own.
I want to play a game. Your life is a lie, Cecil. Now comes your moment of truth. As a drug addict and a thief, you preyed on the kindness of others to fuel your addiction. Today, you're bringing the ugliness inside you out into the open. Now, in order for you to stay alive, we have to match your face with the ugliness of your soul. You just lean forward into the knives with your face. You press hard enough, and you'll release the arm or leg restraints that bind you. Press hard, though, and you'll be free. Or you can sit idly and bleed out on the floor. Live or die, Cecil. Make your choice.
Congratulations, Art. Hello, Officer Rigg. If you are hearing this, then you have reached Detective Matthews and Detective Hoffman in under 90 minutes, resulting in their deaths. The rules were clear. You were warned. Their salvation was out of your hands. Time was on your side, but your obsession wouldn't let you wait. Instead of saving Detective Matthews, you cost him his life. You failed your final test. You feel you now have control, don't you? You think you will walk away untested. I promise that my work will continue. That I have ensured. By hearing this tape, some will assume that this is over, but I am still among you. You think it's over just because I am dead. It's not over. The games have just begun. Hello, Seth. I want to play a game. Right now, you're feeling helpless. This is the same helplessness you bestowed onto others. But now, it's unto you. Some would call this karma. I call it justice. Now, you served 5 years of what should have been a life sentence for murder. A technicality gave you freedom, but it inhibited you from understanding the impact of taking a life. Today, I offer you true freedom. In 30 seconds, the pendulum will drop far enough to touch your body. Within 60 seconds, it will cut you in half. To avoid the pendulum, all you have to do is destroy the things that have killed. Your hands. You must insert your hands and push the buttons to start the devices before you. Your bones will be crushed to dust. Will you destroy the things that have taken life in order to save one set? Make your choice. Hello, Agent Straum. If you're hearing this, then you finally found what you've been looking for. But is the discovery of my body enough? Or will your insatiable hunger to uncover the truth push you deeper into the abyss? Heed my warning. Do not proceed. For this room can either be your sanctuary, or it can be your grave. The choice is yours.
If you're watching this, Jew, I'm long gone from this room. You are my heart. You always have been. You always will be. I'm not going to try to explain my actions of late. Suffice it to say that I find it difficult to forgive myself for what happened in the clinic. I permitted, indeed encouraged, their decisions regarding the people there. I saw danger and I should have acted sooner. I'm leaving you a box today, and its contents are of grave importance. see eye to eye on everything. I deeply believe in you, and I believe that you will know what to do with these materials.
Hello and welcome. From birth, you've all been given the advantages of few others. Yet through poor moral decisions, you've used these advantages to selfishly further only yourselves at the expense of others. Well, today, this singular way of thinking will be put to the test. Today, 5 will become 1 with a common goal of survival. You are all connected. A cable runs through your collar devices. It can be pulled so tight that you will be decapitated on the mounted razors. The only way to remove the collar is with the keys from the glass boxes on the pedestals before you. However, if one of you moves to retrieve a key, the 60-second timer will begin for you all. In choosing how to react to this situation, your lifelong instincts will tell you to do one thing, but I implore you to do the opposite. Let the games begin. Hello, and welcome to the next lesson. These walls hold 4 chambers. These chambers offer safety. However, to access them, a key is needed. But only 3 of the keys will fit the locks. These keys are in the glass jars, hanging from the ceiling. Move quickly, though, because when the clock ticks down, the explosives in the corners of the room will detonate. With only 3 points of safety, which of you will be the odd man out? Make your choice. Hello and welcome. You must all be eager to learn the next important lesson in your transformation. The game before you is designed to bridge the gap between you all. In order to open the 5 locks on the door out of this room, the 5 electrical circuits powering them must be closed. The only way to do this is to find a way to connect all 5 cords to the bathwater. Close the circuits, and the door will open. But you must work quickly, for in 3 minutes an electrical current will surge through this room, locking the door forever. Who will bridge the gap? The choice is yours. Hello and welcome. This journey has been one of discovery, and hopefully you've discovered the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. The human body, for instance, is an astoundingly durable creation. It contains approximately 10 pints of blood, yet it is still able to operate with just half of that. The device before you is one of sacrifice, a sacrifice of blood. In order to open the door, the beaker must be filled to the marked level, a level that is of no coincidence. This amount can come from any one of you. That does not matter. What does matter is time. For in 15 minutes, if the beaker is not filled, the bombs will explode and the doors will be sealed forever. So now I ask you, how much blood will you give in order to survive?
Hello, Agent Strong. If you are hearing this, then you have once again found what you are looking for. Or so you think. Your dedication is to be commended. But I ask you, if you have learned anything on your journey of discovery. As the old adage goes, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. The situation you find yourself in is one of trust. So I ask you, Special Agent Strong, have you learned to trust me? The only way to survive this room is by entering the glass box before you. Pain will be incurred, but you have a chance of survival. However, if you choose not to, you will never be heard from again. Your body will never be found. You will simply vanish. I ask you, Special Agent Strong, have you learned enough to trust me? Will you heed my warning? For if you do not, this room will forever be your tomb, and my legacy will become yours. Make your choice.
Hello. I want to play a game. The devices on your heads are symbolic of the shackles that you place upon others. You recklessly loan people money, knowing their financial limitations, counting on repossessing more than they could ever pay back. You are predators, but today you become the prey, and it is your own pound of flesh that I demand. The scale before you is your only path to freedom. However, only one of you may pass, and the toll is the ultimate sacrifice, the sacrifice of flesh. Before you are the instruments to exact this flesh. Move with haste, though, for when the 60-second timer hits zero, the one who has given the most flesh will release their bindings, while the gears on your opponent's head will engage, piercing their skull. Who will offer the most flesh in order to save their life? The choice is yours.
I ask you, Special Agent Strong, have you learned enough to trust me? For if you do not, this room will forever be your tomb. You will never be heard from again. Your body will never be found. And my legacy will become yours. Make your choice.
Who will offer the most flesh in order to save their life? The choice is yours. Are you there, detective? By hearing this tape, you will likely assume this is over. You feel you now have control, don't you? You think you will walk away untested. Hello, William. You've probably been wondering when we would see each other again. Today is that day. For years, your probability formula has decided the fate of others. The healthy have benefited while the potentially sick have been unjustly rejected. However, this formula does not take into account the human will to live. When faced with death, who should live versus who will live are two entirely separate things. Today, your policy will be put to the test. There are 4 straps around your limbs, and you have 4 tests you must complete. For if you don't, the straps on your arms and legs will detonate. Look closely. You have 60 minutes to complete your tests and avoid this fate. Starting now. You are not alone in this game. Just as you have taken loved ones away from their families, if you don't reach the end before the timer hits 0, you will never see your family again. Here is your first test. Your health and hereditary background put you in the highest category of success. However, the same cannot be said for your adversary. While only 52 years of age, this man has continued to smoke even though he has a history of high blood pressure and heart disease. This demonstrates very little appreciation for the blessings of his own life. Your game will focus on the simple element of air. Once this game begins, every time you take a breath, the clamps around your chest will close in and crush your body. The only escape is in the other's failure. So I ask you, when faced with death, who will survive? Live or die, William. Make your choice. Hello, William. Standing on the platforms behind me are 2 of your colleagues. One, your file clerk, a young, healthy male with no living relatives. The other, a middle-aged woman with a family history of diabetes. According to your policy, your secretary is older and weaker and therefore less worthy to survive. But you know the loss that she will be to her family, while young Alan will disappear without a blip on the world's radar. Only one can exit this room, and the choice of whom falls upon you. You must let go of one to save the life of the other. As you can see, the choice is not so clear when you are face to face with the people whose blood will stain your hands. Let the game begin.
Hello, Pamela. You've sensationalized my life. twisting the truth and exploiting my message for your own benefit. Well, today you will experience the meaning of sacrifice, and you will see the consequence for those who unjustly hurt others. Hello, William. You have seen the flaws in your policy, but what you have not seen is the extent some people will go to when faced with death. The lawyer from your firm has 90 seconds to cross this room, or the device attached to her chest will discharge and pierce her brain.
It's gonna be okay.
She will find that the journey across this room is filled with danger. In order for her to make it, you will need to be there for her, and it is you who ultimately holds the key to her survival. When faced with death, will she have the skills to live? Let the game begin. Hello, William. Before you are 6 of your most valuable associates, the ones who find errors in policies. Their findings result in over 2/3 of all applications denied or prematurely terminated. Now you must apply your analysis to them. And will you be able to find their errors? 6, ride the carousel. But only 2 can get off. The decision of which to survive falls upon you. But remember, the mounted gun will continue to fire until all 6 rounds are spent. And if no decision is made on your part, all 6 will perish. To offer the 2 reprieves, you must press both buttons at once in the box before you. However, in doing so, you will give a sacrifice of your own. 2 can live, 4 will die. Your decisions symbolized by the blood on your hands. Right now, you're feeling helpless. Right now, you're feeling helpless. Right now, you're feeling helpless. You're feeling helpless. Helpless. Right now, you're
There it
feeling
is.
helpless. Right now, you're feeling helpless. Hello, Tara. My apologies for exposing you and your son to this kind of treatment, but I can assure you it is not without reason. The man before you just made the sacrifices to save the life of a loved one. However, when given the opportunity to save your husband's life, he chose not to. Now you will be given the power to save a life. Will you grant this man the opportunity to continue living, or will you dispense the same death sentence he issued your husband? Live or die. The choice is yours. Hello, Brad. Hello, Ryan. I want to play a game. The same woman has played each of you for a fool, manipulating your love for her and causing nothing but pain. Her fun and games pushed you both to break the law to fulfill her material needs. She is toxic, and today, all of your transgressions will be made public. Now you must choose who will drop out of this triangle. For within 60 seconds, one of you must die. If you wish to save her, then the saws must be pushed all the way to one side or the other, sparing her while proving for good who is indeed the alpha male.
What do you think?
Are you both strong enough to walk away from what is destroying you? Or will you fight one more time for the heart that binds? You have 60 seconds to decide. Live or die. Make your choice. Hello, Heaven. I want to play a game. The situation you find yourself in is of your own doing. You, your girlfriend, and your friends are all racists.
You have intimidated others based on their physical differences, but today it is you who will run scared. Your pathetic friends follow your every word, Evan. Therefore, you will be the only one capable of saving them and yourself. In 30 seconds, the jacks holding up this car will fall, setting off a deadly chain of events. In order to stop this from happening, you must tear yourself away from the seat to which you are glued. Then you must pull the red lever before you. But no act comes without a sacrifice. You've judged others by the color of their skin, and today, Evan, you will learn that we are all the same color on the inside. Live or die, Evan. The choice is yours. Hello, Evan. I want to play a game. The situation you find yourself in is of your wild delusion. Your girlfriend, your friends, are wild beasts. You have intimidated others based on their physical differences. Hello, Bobby. I want to play a game. You have amassed wealth, fame, and notoriety based upon your story of survival. Many have aided in your cause, but few know the truth. You are a liar. You and I both know you have never been in a trap, nor have you ever been tested. Today, these lies will come full circle and you will learn if you truly have what it takes to call yourself a survivor. The cage you find yourself in will symbolize your rebirth. Within the next 60 minutes, you must stay upon the path of learning and traverse a series of obstacles to obtain access to your wife, who you have also deceived. If you fail to reach her before the clock runs out, she will die. No. Live or die, Bobby. Make your choice.
Hello, Gibson. Been a long time. What I want is simple. Give me Jill Tuck. You're protecting her despite the fact that she had direct knowledge throughout, which makes her complicit in every death. I'll make you a deal. Give her to me. The game stops and no one else dies. If not, everyone dies and you'll be to blame. Make your choice. Clock is ticking.
Hello, Bobby. Before you is one of your trusted colleagues. She has been your publicist for years, knowing your lies, but choosing to speak no evil. She has been richly rewarded for her words, but today she will be rewarded for her silence. In the X-ray, you will see a key, the key to Nina's survival, which will shut off her device. But there's a catch. You have 1 minute to pull the fishhook from her stomach and unlock her device. Or else the 4 spikes will penetrate her throat, silencing Nina forever. Remember, the spikes will also advance each time the decibel level in this room rises above a whisper, killing her even sooner. Will Nina live or die, Bobby? The choice is yours. Hello, Bobby. That feeling running through your body is fear. The fear of not knowing if you have what it takes to survive. Before you is your lawyer, who swore an oath of ethics but chose to see no evil in order to benefit herself. Once her device begins to rotate, it will pierce her eyes and mouth if you don't delay its movement for at least 30 seconds. To do this, you must step into the other machine and lift the bars to the highest position long enough to close the circuit, slowing down her device. If you do nothing, she will whine to her death before the clock runs out. Do you have what it takes to help her? Make your choice.
Hello, Gibson. Once again, we're at a moral crossroads. I don't blame you for not giving me Jill Tuck, but you shouldn't let an old grudge cloud your judgment. Look to where you're being led. Look beyond the crossroad to the clear dawn. Do you see it?
Hello, Bobby. Across from you is your closest friend. He knows all your sins, yet he acts as though he hears no evil. Today, what he hears will be the difference between life and death. Bobby, you must help Kale walk over the planks and get as close to you as possible. Find your own way across the beams to the key. You must get it to him over the last span between you. If the noose around Kale's neck is not removed within 60 seconds, a winch will be engaged and your secret will be left hanging. Does Kale live or die, Bobby? The choice is yours. Hello, Bobby. Before you is the door that leads to your wife. However, you must first make a choice. As you may have guessed, your decision will be as difficult as pulling teeth. The lock before you requires a 4-digit combination to open. However, if it is access you seek, then a true sacrifice will have to be made. Watch and learn, Bobby. The necessary numbers have been etched onto 2 of your teeth. Look to the chart as a reference for which teeth to pull and in which order to enter the digits. Time is ticking down. You must make your decision quickly. Hello, Bobby. You have almost completed your rebirth. However, your final task will be your most difficult. The woman before you symbolizes your success. She is your trophy, and she has seen the good in your message, despite its dishonest beginnings. Today, we will see if you can truly earn her love. To prove your status as a survivor, you must overcome a game that should be all too familiar. You supposedly survived it once already, so it should be easy to survive once again. Pierce the hooks through your chest muscles, and the game will begin. In order to free yourself and your life, you must hoist yourself with these chains and connect the extension cords above you before the clock expires. Both hands will be needed to complete this task, but that should be simple, for as you claim to understand, the pectoral muscles can easily support your weight. So I ask you, Bobby, when you embrace every day as if it is your last, will it be with your wife? Make your choice. Hello, Dr. Gordon. You are perhaps my greatest asset. Without you, my work over the last few years would not have been possible. That having been said, I have a request. Watch over Jill. And should anything happen to her, I want you to act immediately on my behalf. In return for that, I will keep no more secrets from you. I have showed you a lot of places, but there is one that will be perhaps the most meaningful to you. I'm sure you're all wondering why you're here. You deny culpability, no doubt, for the circumstances in which you find yourselves. Salvation can be yours if you cleanse yourselves of the habitual lies which have brought you here. Lies that you have told yourselves. Lies that have brutalized others. Confess. The truth will set you free. But any attempt to violate my rules will kill you. I want to play a game. First, an offering of blood, no matter how little, will give you a green light to escape from this room with your lives. If you can release yourself from your demons, you can begin to shed the chains that those demons bring with them. Make the simple blood sacrifice that I've requested, or face severe consequences. The choice is yours. The games have begun again, and they will not stop until the sins against the innocent are atoned for. I will take care of the next 4. You take care of the rest. While I am certain that there is a desire to point fingers at me for the blood that has been shed, unless you turn that finger inward, I assure you, more blood will be lost, and all will be judged. We will begin with one who is not only a liar, but a thief, a purse snatcher. And when you had a chance to fix the harm that you'd done, you chose to do nothing. Now it is you who could die without the right medication. While unconscious, this deceiver among you, this criminal, was injected with a poison. One of the syringes in front of you holds the antidote. One is a saline solution. The other, an acid that will cause an excruciating death. Inject the correct one, and your chains will be released. Failure to make the right choice could result in death for you all. I ask you, what is a life worth to you? There are no shortcuts in life. Please forgive the rather crude example I will make of your decision to not follow the rules. Pull the handle, and you will be set free. In the past, you have all put your own interests above others, and then lied to yourselves and deceived the world about your callousness, your larceny, your criminality. Now, you will look in the mirror, and you will face who you really are. The choices you have made may cost you your life. You cannot escape the truth. There is, however, one person who can help you. Ryan. If he pulls the lever before you're buried alive, you will live. Ryan, free yourself to free them. Hello, Mitch. You've admitted to selling a boy a motorcycle, but you've not told the entire story, have you? $600 for a bike that you listed in excellent condition, even though you knew the brakes were faulty. You took his $600, and in return you delivered him to his end. He was my nephew, and he never hurt anyone. The device you see here has a unique power source. It's the same engine that graced the bike you sold my nephew. However, I assure you, the brake lever for this one works perfectly. Avoid the dangers around you. Hit the motorcycle brake handle, and the motor will stop. Live or die, Mitch. The choice is yours.
Now, if you want to achieve your freedom, you have to learn. You have to realize that you've been doing it backwards. So, I'm going to give you an opportunity to turn it all around. Use your key to freedom. It's all up to you. Now the game's simple. The best ones are. You have one shotgun. You have one shell. Like I said, it's up to you.
Hello, gentlemen. You came looking for the game. Congratulations. You found it. You are the final 2 players. You may recognize the device around your collar, Dr. Nelson. These laser cutters slice through tissue and bone like butter, the most powerful blade on the planet. You both have an opportunity to live. All you need to do is confess. It's that easy. If you admit to the reason that you deserve to die, you can escape death. I will be listening.
Make your choice. The game will select one of you to begin in 60 seconds. Unless, of course, someone chooses to go first. Your turn, detective. Confess. Hello, Edgar. You're about to play a game. 5 lives are in your hands. Follow my instructions exactly.
Hello, Detective Boswick. I want to play a game. The 3 train is arriving in 2 minutes. It is up to you to decide if this will be your final stop. You have taken the witness stand many times and railroaded innocent people with your lies, putting them away in jail. Today, it is you who will be railroaded. You have one chance to live. Tear from your mouth the tongue that has so often been used to lie and to deceive. Take a leap of faith and you will live. Only your weight will rip away your lying tongue and save you. Live or die, make your choice. Hello, Detective Banks. I'm here to help reform the Metro Police, to remind them of their oath to the people of this city. One officer from your station refused to be reformed. He will not be the last to play my game. Hello, Detective Banks. Salvation was offered, but it was declined.
This is Jigsaw. You've got it all this
I
time.
have a bone to pick with the police department. And if you're going to point fingers,
Wall Street Bridge, I know that place.
you should start by pointing them at yourselves.
Jeez, it's 2 blocks away.
Until you come clean. Many more will die. Hello, Detective Fitch. I want to play a game. The tide of justice is rising around you. In 90 seconds, the water will rise to the height of the copper wires. And if you are still in the tank, you will be electrocuted, unless you make the sacrifice that will cleanse you. You murdered a man because he insulted you.
Put your hands where I can see them, motherfucker. I said put your hands where I can see them, sir.
Your finger pulled the trigger, and that cannot happen again. Survival is simple, but it comes with a sacrifice. Bite down on the device in your mouth, which will start the motor that will rip your fingers away, leaving you free to escape with your life. But if you don't act quickly, all that awaits you is this watery tomb. Live or die, make your choice. Hello, Captain Garza. I want to play a game. You have covered up corruption in your department, never sticking your neck out for the innocent. Now, the cover-up will be on you. In a few seconds, boiling hot wax will be coming out of the pipe above you. The only way to stop yourself from being suffocated is to sever your spinal cord with the blade beneath your neck, which will stop the wax. You cannot walk away, but you can survive. Live or die, make your choice. Hello, Detective Banks. I want to play a game. When Peter Dunleavy murdered an innocent man, your career was shattered like glass. Can you stand on the sidelines while justice is finally served? There is a way to save him, or you can keep him locked up and throw away the key. The decision is yours.